Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel, Pilates Down Under in Australia, where we cover fitness and movement the Aussie way. My name is Cyndi, a qualified Pilates instructor, and for our first timers or those that are not too sure how to start their fitness journey, this is a great place to start. Here we focus on inner core. We tone, we build strength from the inside out to improve on our day-to-day activities. Not only the large muscle groups get a workout, but your small ones do as well. I'm here in Glenmaggie, 200 kilometres from Melbourne, Australia. The lake is full and it's a perfect day to do a 20-minute outdoor HIIT style class. So let's just start off with a really quick warm-up and we're going to do some calf raises. So zip up your legs and lift. Add your arms if you like, reaching over the head. As it comes down, squeeze your shoulder blades. You really want the lengthening in the chest and lengthening in the back. Vertebrae by vertebrae, we want to grow nice and tall, keeping the natural curve of your spine. When we're done here, we're going to do a few squats and a lateral reach. So I'm going to fold forward, warming up the quads and taking it over to the side, opening up the lats. Really also opening up the ribs, getting that full stretch in the side of the body. When you're squatting, engage those glutes, warm up the quads, you don't have to come down too far. And if your heels lift, it doesn't matter, you just do your best. We just really want to create some movement before we start the class. We're going to glide down, folding into a perched position. I want you to walk out into a plank position and walk it back. Now the first lot of exercises are plank exercises, so we're going to do them first to get them over and done with. All exercises go for 40 seconds with a 20-second rest. At any time you can pull the plug on me, rest and just pick it up whenever you want. As you walk your arms out, you'll feel the warmth and the strength building up in your shoulders. Now we're just going to stretch it out really quickly, opening up the knees, place your fingertips on the mat and fold forward into a variation of a cat stretch. So we really want to create that C curvature of the spine. First exercise, side plank. You have 40 seconds with a 20-second rest, so let's walk it forward into that plank position. Peel one hand off the mat as it reaches up to the sky, replace it and the other hand comes up. When you lengthen that arm up, I want you to pretend that it's a continuation of your collarbone. The hand that's on the ground or the arm, push against the mat. Create that strength in the upper body. At the same time, I want you to draw that belly button in and create that space between you and the mat as you rotate left to right. Your time's up. You got your 20-second rest as I promised. Next we have a plank crossover. So this has got a whole lot of things going on. You do your best. It's a bit of a coordination exercise and a strength exercise. So I need you to come up in your plank position, pick one knee up across the body and replace the other foot. Almost like you're doing the running man in a plank. I should have called it the running man plank. At this stage, you make sure that your shoulders, your elbows and wrists are all stacked like a building. Your torso, it stays exactly where it is. The movement is only in the lower part of the body. Lengthen the neck, your cervical. It is part of your spine. One long line. 7 seconds to go. You're doing really well. It's a super cool exercise. Bring that knee in close before you extend it. Excellent. The next exercise is a plank hip roll, but we're going to do this on our elbows. We'll give our wrists a bit of a rest. Get into position into your plank. One long line as you drop one hip down and then the other. A slight variation to the full plank or side plank we did earlier. So I'm looking for the rotation in the middle portion of the back, your thoracic. You don't need to drop your hips down low. You don't need to rotate out externally too far. Your shoulders and elbows need to be stacked. You're going to start feeling the burning in the shoulders, so push away from the mat. Engage that core and really feel the nice lengthening with your obliques as you rotate left to right. Listen, these 40 seconds, they just fly by. Give yourself a stretch. The next exercise is not a hip roll. That's my typing mistake. You're in a plank and you're going to go opposite knee to opposite shoulder. So let's go. Take it across. Some people call it the mountain climber, but we're not going that fast. All I'm after is that diagonal movement across the chest, working the obliques. Starting to add some movement and rotation in the hips. So take it across, push away from the ground. If at any stage your wrist gets sore, distribute the weight back or forward, or drop down onto your elbows and do a modified version. You got 7 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time is going way too quickly. 40 seconds, it's nothing. Next, we have a plank leg raise. You can do this on your elbows or on your wrists, completely up to you. Clearly, I'm going to do it on my elbows because my wrists have had enough. Single leg raise. Draw it in, and I'm talking about your belly. Really feel that in the glute as you lift. Your shoulders are going to start to burn a little. So push away from the ground and open up your scapula. Open up your fingers. I'm fisting mine at the moment because this is pretty tough. You do not have to kick up high. Just lift as high as you can or where you feel comfortable. You've got 5 seconds and you're done. You're done. Okay, let's beep it away. Good job. Now let's give our wrist, elbows, shoulders, glutes a bit of a rest. So let's flip it over. Let's do a half roll down. Let's really start engaging that core. Hands out in front, and you'll peel down only halfway. And then use your core strength to come back up. Now, you can also place your hands on the ground or behind your legs for a bit of support if need be. We're not coming all the way down. Really after that C curvature of the spine. And when you come up, it's a nice stack. So we stack it up like a stack of Lego blocks. You've only got 10 seconds. So peel it down, start working on your control, because the next exercise will need you to control that movement. Let's stack the spine. Give yourself a 20-second break. Let's go on our backs for hundreds. Where we lay down, you're going to curl up. Bring the knees in, create that nice C curvature. And from your shoulders, you will lift and lower. As you do this, you're creating heat in the body. This is a great warm-up exercise. Very familiar in the yoga realm. If your neck gets sore, put your head down or place one hand behind your head. Now, to give you some sort of contents, you're looking at your knees. So you've got a nice gap between your chin and your chest. Scoop the belly, get your shoulder blades off the mat and reach, almost like someone's pulling your arm out of its socket. 4 seconds to go. And just relax. Now, after we've done these two, roll and reach is the combined movement. So let's stack the spine, reach it forward, anchor your feet. I want you to peel back halfway, reach around, and come back up and stack the spine. So we're adding a bit of a rotation in this movement. Fully engage the core. Keep your eyes on your hand as it goes all the way around and back. Take your time with this. How low can you go and how far can you reach? As you reach back, you're opening up the chest. As you roll back, you're activating your core. Your deep core muscles is what we're after here. So keep it going. 3 more seconds. You get to rest. Something to look forward to. Talking about rest, the next exercise you get to lay on your back. However, legs will go up to the ceiling or the sky and you're going to straddle. So we're going to work those inner thighs and the hips. So we open and we cross. We open and we cross. Now, draw the belly in. I don't want you to flatten your spine against the mat, but what I'd like you to do is to lengthen your neck, anchor your shoulders. Control that hip movement, don't fling it out. It's a open and a crisscross. Really engage your inner thighs, your abductors. Start opening up the hips, that's what we're after. 5 more seconds. You've got this. Double leg drops. It's one of my favorites actually. Place your hands underneath your bottom or your coccyx. We're going to extend both legs up. 12 o'clock position. And we're going to lower and we're going to lift. So I want these legs like one long tail. I want you to zip them up. As you lower, use your core to stop it from flinging down and swinging back up. Draw the belly towards the spine. Anchor your shoulders. It's not easy, but it's a fantastic exercise. You'll feel like a lengthening in your core. You've got 6 seconds. 40 seconds down, 20 seconds coming. Oh goodness, the sun's gone. It's Melbourne weather for you. Okay, double leg extensions. We're going to curl up, hands on the shins, create a nice big ball. Shoulders stay off the mat as you shoot your hands above the head and your legs away from your core. So bring the arms around. Work on the shoulders. Draw the belly in. The core is not moving, so your trunk is not moving. Scoop the belly. Breathe through this. Lengthen. Get that full stretch and that full extension. Place your head on the ground if you need to, or place your hand behind your head. Make sure the tuck is nice and tight, bringing those knees into the chest. Here comes the sun, and here comes your 40 seconds done. So we're up on our knees now, so this class has definitely got variety. And we call this position a cartwheel position. Up on knees, arms out. So like I said earlier, like an extension of your collarbone, leg out, and you're going to lower and you're going to bring it back. So really working the lats again, getting the full lengthening of the side of the leg that's extended out, and we're getting a nice folding motion with the other side. Anchor yourself down with the extended leg. Draw the belly, and as you come up to the center, grow tall. Really lengthen. Really create that nice lengthening of the side of the body. Get rid of the swing. It's controlled. That was pretty easy, hey? Well, not for long, my friends. Let's get back into that cartwheel position. Lift the leg up, and we're doing single leg raises. So let's lower it down, lift the leg, hand on the hip, and lower it down and lift. So what we're after is bringing that leg up hip length or hip height, but no big deal if it's not where you get there today. It really all depends on the mobility of your hips. And because we sit so much, this is not a natural everyday movement. So this movement actually comes from karate and kickboxing. So we lift and we lower, we don't swing, there's no kicking, it's controlled, and you're going to start feeling that in your glutes. Good job. 40 seconds down, give yourself a rest. And this next exercise is where it really all kicks in. So get ready in your cartwheel position, arms out, lengthen, lower it down, same leg, hands on the hips and small pulses. Really micro lifts here. Draw the belly in. Make sure you've created one straight long line. The hip is not rolling forward, nor is it rolling back. We're almost halfway there. We've got this. You rest if you need to rest. You can see the pain in my face as I smile. 10 seconds to go. Keep pushing up. Keep the hips stacked. And when you're ready, lower it down. Oh, God. That's a ripper. Okay, over onto the other side. All I can say is, thank goodness we only have 2 legs. So get ready in your cartwheel position. Lower the hand down and the other hand comes up. There we go. Get the lengthening here. You're going to feel this in the waist. So really lengthen. You'll feel the tendency that you want to lift the leg that's straight off the mat, but anchor everything down. Remember, when you come back up, you draw that belly button in. Almost like, visualize someone trying to pull your arms out of the shoulder sockets as you lower down and you lift up. There's no rotation in this. You're done. Take your 20-second break, and then we're going to do side leg lifts. Okay. Get in your position. Hands on the hips, and we lift. So we just tap the mat. It's a bigger range of movement. You'll feel this in your gluteus medius, your smaller of your glute muscles. And let's not forget, you're also balancing here. You're in one straight line. You're balancing as you lift and you raise, trying not to kick. And all this happens because your core is braced and is controlling your limbs, allowing your limbs to do this movement controlled. Okay, you know what's coming up next. I don't have to tell you. And don't skip on this. May as well just get it over and done with. Side leg pulses. Let's go. Up on the knees, arms out, take the leg out. When you're ready, hands on the hips, and let's do these pulses. 40 seconds is like 30 seconds, give or take. So it just kind of goes by really quickly. These are micro movements. Make sure the hips are square. Try not to roll forward or roll back. Make sure your shoulders, elbows, and wrists are stacked, and you're pushing away from the mat, creating that strength. Draw the belly in. I don't want to show you this, but you've only got 10 seconds left. So just do it. You got 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I couldn't even do it myself. Bring it down. Give it a stretch. Then we're on our back. It's nice to move from knees to back to side, just to keep everything balanced. All right, tabletop, knees and hips are stacked. We do the splits, and then we come back into tabletop. That's it. So when your legs are in tabletop, you really need to engage that core so you don't pelvic tilt and curl up. Pretend that when you're in that tabletop, you've got a bowl of warm water sitting on your pubic bone or your pelvic bone. And it will just stay there as you move. Work on the coordination, lengthen the neck, anchor the shoulders. Draw and scoop that belly. Knit your ribs together. Nice job. And because you did that one seamlessly, we're going to add on to it. So splits with obliques. Hands behind the head, curl up. We do the splits, and as we do the splits, we rotate. Excellent. Elbow to knee does not have to go that far. You can really feel this in your core, that rotation. Elbows out. You can lower your head down onto the mat. You can go back to the original exercise. But let's give it a hot go. Maybe you'll split a little bit more. Or the other option is you can do that exercise just in a tabletop without the splits. 2 more seconds. And you are done. Who thought it was going to be this easy? Single leg stretch is my favorite, and this is what we finish up on. Bring both your knees into your chest, and you're going to hold onto the shins as you pull your shoulders off the mat and start off in the splits. And then you just give yourself a really nice tug, like a double leg stretch. Feel that in the back of the legs. You can lower your head down if you like. Oh, that's really nice. You're halfway there. Let's go for 15 seconds. Remember, you don't have to bounce too much. You don't have to stretch. It really depends on the flexibility. Everyone is completely different. That's why these exercises are general. You're done. Bend your knees. And it's time for a cool down. Lengthen and rest. Lower your knees over to the opposite side. Get that really nice spinal stretch, because you did do a lot of spinal rotational work, which is great for the spine. Come back to the center. Tuck yourself in like one ball and start rolling like a ball. Hopefully it's nice and smooth, nice back massage. Always a nice way to finish a class. Cross the legs and sit up. Let's go back to the beginning with our lateral stretch, but this time we're seated. Get that full lengthening. And this time open up the chest as you look up to the ceiling. Well done. And then bring it back and recenter. When you lean over, if you can, lower your elbow down. Get more of a stretch. And then flip yourself up, chest facing the ceiling or the sky. And then come back to the center. And come back up. Reach it forward, lengthen the spine. Another variation of a cat stretch, really creating that nice C curvature of the spine. I tent my fingers to stretch them as well. Hands behind your back, lengthen your legs out. Open up the chest as you do this beautiful chest stretch and relax. And again, stretch. You did really well today. Lengthen. And come back when you're ready. You're done. Shake it out. And I super appreciate you joining me. I know your time is valuable, but my mission is to provide informative, quality content. So feel free to leave a comment and let me know what you think and what you would like. And hopefully I'll see you next time.